The world's a little louder. The sandals have been swapped for sneakers. And the apostles? Still trying to figure out Google Maps and grace? 13 men, one Messiah, and Paul, the neighbor who came over for hummus and never left. It's faith, fails, and modern-day miracles. This is Jesus in the city. Modern adventures, eternal truths. In this episode, Matthew does everyone's taxes and regrets it. It was the first warm breeze of spring when the apostles realized something dreadful. Tax season had arrived. Matthew sat cross-legged on the floor of the living room, surrounded by scrolls, half-eaten figs, and 3 open laptops, none of which belonged to him. Paperwork stacked like miniature Mount Sinai's loomed around him, each with a post-it note labeled urgent. In Peter's handwriting, Jesus, robe slightly wrinkled from falling asleep on the couch mid-parable, walked in, stretching with a holy yawn. The house was a mess. John had left a smoothie in the sink, labeled "Do Not Touch Blessed." Judas was whispering into a burner phone in the corner, and Andrew was trying to Venmo someone for sandals he bought in 27 AD. Matthew rubbed his temples. He had once been a tax collector, yes, but he was also born again. That meant no more fiddling with deductions, no more itemized receipts for camel feed, and certainly no more spreadsheets where Peter claimed his fishing net was essential clergy wear. Peter burst in like a sermon on Pentecost. Matthew, hey, so quick question. If I list my doves as emotional support animals, can I write off their seeds? Jesus looked over Matthew's shoulder. That's not how the Spirit moves, Peter. Thomas leaned into the room, holding a shoebox full of receipts. I'm just saying, if we're being honest, none of us really tipped the waitress at the Last Supper. Matthew didn't even blink. That was you. You told her, my gratitude is eternal, and left a tract. Bartholomew sauntered in with a bottle of anointing oil. Can I deduct this as a business expense? Judas appeared at the doorway, holding a pamphlet labeled Cayman Accounts, a Modern Escape. He smiled like a wolf in a discount robe. Purely hypothetical, but let's say someone wanted to diversify their silver. Matthew's face twitched. Judas, get out! Jesus placed a hand on Matthew's shoulder, calm and knowing. They mean well. Matthew stood, robes tangled in printer wire. Just because I'm good at it doesn't mean I want to do it. I followed you, not the IRS. The room fell silent. Even the emotional support dove stopped cooing. Jesus knelt beside him, gentle and low. Service doesn't always feel sacred, but even unseen obedience is worship. Matthew looked down at his stained tax scrolls, then at Jesus' soft gaze. He sighed, grabbed a quill, and muttered, Fine, but someone else is claiming James the Less as a dependent this year. Laughter erupted. Nathaniel shouted from the kitchen, Hey, do unpaid miracles count as freelance work? And that's another day in the city, where grace shows up in spreadsheets, passive-aggressive group text, and the agony of April 15th. If this made you laugh, think, or remember who your real accountant is, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who's praying for an extension. Thanks for watching. Jesus in the City. Modern Adventures. Eternal Truths. Where the stories are ancient, but the lessons still walk among us. Catch the next episode. Same God, same faith, same baptism, new twist.